Welcome in, welcome all, everybody. This is another edition of From the Pocket, coming at you live on a Wednesday. You're listening to this Thursday, though, so it's live for us, not live for you. Sorry. It is the podcast that is wishing Christian a very happy early birthday. Birthday
Appreciate
on Friday, Christian.
Yeah.
How you feeling? Big 3-0.
3-0. Yeah, it's weird. I feel like when a man turns 30, it's just like whatever. When a woman turns 30, it's kind of like a big deal. But yeah, I feel like nothing's really gonna change. I'm just getting closer and closer to Unk status. Some people would even call me Unk, even though I don't feel like it. But it is what it is. But yeah, my parents are coming up this weekend. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna get some steak and take
Love
me
that.
out. So
Yeah,
excited for that.
My requirement every birthday is you gotta give me a steak. It's just the bare.
Yeah, my
That's
mom's
dope.
like, look at restaurants you want to go eat at, and I'm like, where do I want to go eat? I'm like, I want a steak. So I got a haircut the other day, and I asked my barber, and he gave me some great suggestions. So we're gonna try one of those out.
Nice. Big fan of that. Love to hear it. I hope you have a happy birthday. And it's awesome that it's on a Friday. What
yeah,
a perfect
I have
day.
off too. I
good
take
stuff.
off for my birthday, so
Good stuff.
got one more day of work.
Well, Christian, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the NFL, in your honor, is having Week 4. We're having Week 4 this Sunday, and actually starting tonight. Well, tomorrow for us. Not live, but we're having a Thursday night game. We got a bunch of games on Sunday, as always.
Solid game.
It's the Thursday night game is good, and we have a really good slate on Sunday as well.
Except for Monday.
Well, the Monday doubleheader is an abomination. Not only did they ignore all of the requests to never have a Monday doubleheader again, but they said, "What if we made it a bad doubleheader?" Yeah, I mean, I'll still watch it. I'm a sicko, but
oh yeah, I gotta watch the Dolphins.
You gotta watch the Dolphins, and I mean, look. To be fair, Broncos Bengals was supposed to be a really good game.
It was supposed to be.
So, unfortunately, though, with Joe Burrow out, it won't be. But we'll talk about all that. We're gonna get to all that first. We got to start with some segments. We got to get to our main topic of the day. Wanted to recap very, very briefly Monday Night Football, and then I wanted to talk about with you, Christian, kind of what's next for the Ravens. So, Ravens lose a heartbreaker. Not even really a heartbreaker. To be honest, the Lions just kind of kicked the crap out of them. It was close throughout the entire game.
Yeah, like they would score, then the Ravens would score, but they were getting dominated.
It really did. Like watching it, it felt like they were just trying to keep up. Like they were holding on by the skin of their teeth, by a thread, and the Lions were just. I mean, when the Lions went on that 99-yard drive or whatever it was, two of them. Two 90-plus yard drives in this game. Like, when they did the first one, I was like, oh, the Ravens are going to lose this game. They just can't stop them. Like, the Lions were just bullying them. So, Christian, first topic on this, I guess. Who do you think is more to blame for this? The defense or the offense of the Ravens? And I guess it ties into which side are you more concerned about for them?
I mean, I'm more concerned about the defense now. Like, they do need to get fixed the Derrick Henry fumbles. I think he's had a fumble in
two of his three games.
Oh, two.
Okay. Well, he had
the
fourth quarter fumble in two of the three. Obviously, it put the Bills back in the game, and then it basically cost them the game here against the Lions to a degree.
So that needs to be fixed, and I think. Derrick Henry, he's been saying like he's trying to get this fixed and it's just not working. I do think that will hopefully come to fruition at some point. But no, I think it's this defense. Like the Ravens were moving the ball pretty well on the Lions. Lamar had some great throws during the game. I messaged you, and I remember when Lamar was getting drafted and everyone's talking about how like he can't be a quarterback in this league and he should switch to receiver and all this kind of stuff, and just like what he can do nowadays with throwing from the pocket, and just the throws on the run is so great to see from Lamar. But the not throwing the ball away, he needs to get that in his repertoire, like, bro, either take the sack or just throw the ball away. Like, you don't need to be running 20, 30 yards. He got sacked 7 times.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a big worry. But it's this defense. And we saw this last year with
We
him,
did.
too.
That secondary was horrible. That first
Secondary
half of
was
the year.
horrible. I know they're missing Madubuike. Is that how you pronounce his name?
That's how I've been saying it.
Madubuike, and then Kyle Van Noy. Trey and Joe talked about it a lot. I mean, those are big pieces. Kyle Van Noy is a good player, and Madubuike is like a big run stopper. So they need those guys back. I think Kyle Van Noy is going to come back, and Bouquet has like a neck injury, so we don't know when he's going to come back. So they do need those 2 dudes back, but you got to play better because, like, this is not what the Baltimore Ravens DNA is. They've always, I know I've been watching football for a long time, but from what I remember from like back then,
it's their identity.
It's their identity is playing Raven football, and this defense has just been disappointing. Like this entire through these first 3 weeks, and like it's what was it? Both Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs both had like nearly 100 yards. Had 100 yards rushing. Hasn't been done to the Ravens since I think it was like 2022, 2023, or 21. So they gotta fix their defensive issues. They got to.
Yeah, look, I have some thoughts on their defense. I do want to hit on their offense though. Like their offense did have opportunities to take advantage and take control of this game. You know, I mean, again, like 21-28. It was tied 21-all. The Lions go on, yet again, another 90-plus yard drive, make it 28-21. Ravens are kicking a field goal. 12 plays, 39 yards. Like, you're settling for field goal, 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Like, that's a little like, okay, not great about this. They force a punt on defense. Ravens obviously fumble it. But then they hold the Lions to a field goal defensively, and now it's 31-24. It's like, all right, you have, half the quarter or so to go get a touchdown. Go make this a tie game. Like, the game is in your hands. And they punted it. 5 plays, 1 yard, punted it.
That was it the first? I think it was in the first half. That drive where they went for it on 4th and goal.
And that one, too, yeah. Like, they bullied Lamar on that play.
Too.
Yeah, like, and, of course, and look, again, Ravens give up a touchdown on that following drive. It basically puts the game away, 38-24. They gave up that critical 4th down play where they went for it. That was, like, again, defense. Look, passing yards per game, the Ravens are the second worst in the NFL on defense. They give up the second most passing yards, only behind the Cowboys. When you are, now granted, the Cowboys are 22 yards ahead of them. So like it's a bit of a gap between them and everybody else. But like when you're like in that kind of that same class as the Cowboys defense, like at least passing wise, that's bad. Passing yards per play, they're 12th. They're not bad, but like ultimately, yeah. I mean, I think we saw this last year with their secondary, and it was terrible. And now you're seeing like even like stopping the run has not been amazing, as you talked about with what Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery did. David Montgomery had a long touchdown. It ended up being a touchdown, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head. He might have gotten stopped before he got to the end zone.
Oh, I think he got tackled a little bit early, but
yeah,
he was running all over.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad, and I mean, look, like I don't understand why. I mean, they have. Like we talked about going into the season, like, man, this secondary might be one of the best in the NFL. It's one of the 3 best defenses up there with the Broncos and the Texans. I mean, they have Chidobe Awuzie, who maybe this is the theme, right? Little past his prime. Marlon Humphrey, little past his prime. Nate Wiggins is solid. They obviously brought in Jair Alexander, who is also maybe a little past his prime. But Kyle Hamilton is
stud,
bar none, one of the best players in the NFL at any position. And then they did spend their 1st-round draft pick on Malachi Starks. So, like, you look and you're like, I don't understand. Like, you have the personnel. You have depth back here. Like, why are you still so bad? It's a real problem. And I do agree they need to get it fixed. But I also, like, I understand everybody wants to beat up on their defense, and giving up 38 points and giving up 41 points, to the Bills in week 1 is not great. But, like, this offense is definitely having the opportunity to do what it needs to do, and it is not doing it. And I feel like that's kind of not getting talked about. And oddly enough, it's not even a Lamar problem. I know people want to talk about Lamar chokes and doesn't get it done when it matters most. Lamar has not been the problem on this offense. Not in my opinion, at least. So
in this line, the 7 sacks, like you can't be.
Some of those are Lamar's problem. Like, I do agree, but
you can't be getting sacked 7 times, bro.
Well, you know, when you're just a superhuman and you can get out of it all the time, like Lamar's like, I can get out of this, and then sometimes you're just wrong, and it's like, oh, all right. But 9 times out of 10, when it's like, yeah, that's Lamar just pulling off amazing stuff, it's like, yeah, okay, Lamar kind of gets a pass from me on that. A little more than other quarterbacks, but I hear you. Like, you can't be. You've been in the game long enough now. You've won 2 MVPs. You've been on multiple deep playoff runs. Like, you know better. You should have a feel for when it's like, I can't do anything this play.
And especially since they were spying you the whole game, and you weren't getting a whole bunch of off script runs. They were just holding you. So I mean, yeah, you gotta adjust, Lamar. But for the Lions' sake.
Yeah,
man, what a bounce back for them, because that week 1 game against the Packers, I was not feeling very confident, and shout out to them and Dan Campbell to get this thing fixed and get them right where they're about, and putting up 50 points last week against the Bears and now 38 on the road versus the Lions. Like that's how you turn your season around.
One quick note on the Lions, stupid little note. I was thinking about this in the car today. Remember that thing about how everybody who plays them, their record the next week is like horrible? 2-0. 2-0 this year. Packers won after playing them, and the Bears just won after playing them. So, Ravens going to play the Chiefs.
We sniffing a bet, man?
I don't know. We'll talk about it, though. But we do got to talk about Ravens and Chiefs, because this is we already, obviously, Ravens-Chiefs play. It's must-watch television. Like, we're going to be there for that.
CBS, Tony Romo and Jim Nantz going to be on the call.
But, oh, my goodness. If whoever loses this game is going to be 1-3.
Yep.
Now, I want to hear, in your opinion, Christian, who, if they lose this game, are we saying this is a problem? We need to panic. I have a very definitive answer on this, so I'm curious what you say.
I mean, regardless who wins this game and loses this game, I think both teams are still in the running for the playoffs.
For sure.
The Ravens should win this division by a landslide. The Steelers are bad. The Bengals are missing Joe Burrow, and we all know what the Browns are. So I think the Ravens should still get it. The Chiefs, I mean, if the Chargers keep it up, could still be the 5th seed wild card team. So I don't have any worries about either of these teams making the playoffs. But I think it's I feel most worried if I'm the Ravens, in my opinion. I mean, you're the Ravens, and Lamar and Patrick Mahomes. Lamar head to head, Patrick Mahomes 1-4.
Yeah, I don't. Has he beaten Patrick Mahomes?
I think back.
Oh, he did beat Patrick Mahomes once. I remember. Yeah, it was I think it was an overtime game on Monday Night Football or something.
You haven't beaten this team in quite a few years now. You lost him in the AFC Championship game. You lost to him last year, the opening game of the season. I mean, I know it's on the road and that's tough, but the Ravens
on a short week too.
A short week, and you've both you've beaten the bad teams and you've both lost to the good teams. I just think that means more for the Ravens because, I mean, we saw it on Monday, like Derrick Henry throwing his helmet from after the fumble. Lamar looked a little distressed on the sideline. So, I think already, I won't say panic is setting in on the Ravens, but it probably starts to creep up, and it's like now we're 1-5 against the Chiefs. I think next week we play the Rams.
Houston.
No, they play Houston.
Okay. I take the opposite, actually. I think I'm more worried about the Chiefs if they lose. I'm more worried about the Chiefs. I hear what you're saying. Like, I do think your point is valid about, the Ravens have struggled to win these kinds of games. So I do hear that. And if you do lose to the Chiefs, even if it's in Kansas City and it's in a short week, it's like, when are we going to beat this team? But for me, the Chiefs, like, again, I think the Ravens, win or lose this game on Sunday, they're going to win their division. Like, yeah. I just... The Bengals are not going anywhere. The Steelers are on their way to 9-8, 8-9. Like this feels like that exactly. The Browns, we obviously know what the Browns are. So I mean, the Ravens, 10 wins, even maybe 9 wins, like 11 wins, which is very doable for them. Like they're winning this division. The Chiefs, if they lose this game, and they would now at that point have three losses, right? 1-3, one against the Chargers, which they'll play the Chargers again, but one against the Ravens. Like, I do agree with you. I'm not panicked on, like, their season being over or anything. Like, I do think they can qualify for a wild card, but I would rather be in a position to compete for my division than the wild card. And to just be totally honest, and maybe this sounds stupid. Maybe this sounds like I'm going to end up on some Chiefs reels later on when they're in the AFC Championship. But I just am really starting to wonder if the Chiefs are even that good. Like, I get it. They have Mahomes. They have Andy Reid. Like, they'll eke out wins, and they'll just do it because they're better than everybody at those positions. But, like, I look at the Ravens, and I'm just like, they just haven't figured it out yet. Like, they'll figure it out. They're going to start rolling teams. It may not be until October or November, but, like, the Ravens, they're going to figure it out. So, like, even if they lose this game because their defense is bad, it's like, they'll sort it out. They have so much talent. They are so much better talent-wise than basically anybody in this league.
Well, my question would be the Chiefs, who have, been to 7 straight AFC Championships games, been to the 4 of the last 5.
5 of the last 6.
5 of the last 6
Even
Super
better.
Bowls and won 3
out of 5. Yeah,
3 out of the 5. Why do you not feel the same way about the Chiefs then?
Because I'm really starting to worry the Chiefs are just not that good. Like they don't do anything well. Like with the Ravens, even with the Bills, so like the Bills defense is not good, but like I know they got Josh. I know, and again, I know they have Patrick Mahomes, but like I know Josh Allen can go out there and drop 40 points on a team if he needs to.
Yeah, we
like he's playing this.
When's the last time we've seen the Chiefs drop 40?
Exactly. Like I mean, there's that streak that they have going on of like the longest streaks for a team to not score 30 points or more, and the Chiefs are on that list. Like, I mean, it's just when every game is ugly and every game is hard. I mean, that game against the Giants looked hard. I mean, they won that thing 22-9, and it's just
that first half was awful.
It's just like, I mean, they can't run the ball. Their offensive line seems suspect, and their pass defense is improving. Like, I think it's getting better, and I think their defense side will figure it out more as the game. But, like, their pass rush isn't good. Like, outside of Chris Jones, ain't nobody generating pressure on the Chiefs. And I just look at their team, and I'm just like, I don't see what you do well that would make me feel like as we go deeper, like if they were winning these close games early, and it's like, you know what? They're winning the games. It is what it is. Like, they'll figure it out. But, like, they are losing games while they figure it out now. And that is the problem to me, because you're not going to have a margin of error at the end of the season. Like, if you don't put it together and start just rattling off wins, like, your season, you're not going anywhere. Like, you're not going to make the playoffs at this point. Like, and that's why I would worry about the Chiefs. Especially losing at home to a team that's, has its own issues and is traveling on a short week. Like, I am more worried about the Chiefs, but I hear your Ravens concerns. Again, and maybe in a couple months I'm going to be on, like, Chiefs fodder where they're like, hey, remember when this guy said we weren't even that good? And it's like they're like 13-4 or something, number 1 seed. I love the memes that's coming out. It's like, when the 9-8 Chiefs beat the 16-1 Bills on virtual measurement or something. And it's like, gotta see that coming. Like, honestly. Okay. Anything else on this before we move to the next one?
No, I think.
All right. Let's talk we got one more segment before we get into our rapid fire headlines. Let's talk about the Eagles offense. Christian, what is going on with this Eagles offense? They have all this talent, and yet Saquon's not doing well. Jalen, I don't even think Jalen has a passing touchdown yet.
He got
one this past week, but coming into I misspoke. I apologize. Coming into the week, he had not had a passing touchdown yet. And he, obviously they kind of supercharged it in this week 3 game. Are you concerned about the Eagles offense, or is this just is what it is?
I'm not concerned about it, but they need to I love seeing all the jokes about the offensive coordinator finding the playbook, but there's more plays in here. So I just you need to throw it more, man. And I know I'm sharing a lot of sentiment. What people have already been saying, but that's just common sense. Throw the ball, that could help your run game. I know how the formula that worked last year was we tried to throw it a whole bunch in our first few games. It didn't really work out. We were 2-2, and then we took off with Saquon. That's all fine and dandy. But now it's kind of the opposite. Saquon really isn't getting it going, and we're seeing Jalen Hurts just dink and dunk past the line of scrimmage when you got down the field guys. AJ Brown had that one. I think it was in the third. I think. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they were good in the first half. So Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown in that late in the second red zone just played bully ball, boxed out it was one-on-one coverage, ran a comeback or whatever, and just bullied the Rams corner. And it's he can do that. Devontae Smith, Heisman winner, and he can be your deep threat. You have guys, Dallas Goedert over the middle. So the Eagles should open up this offense. Should open up the offense and let get Jalen going first, and then hopefully that can lead into Saquon getting it going, because teams are just going to stack the box. They're just stacking the box, and you're getting one-on-one coverage with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, who are really good one-on-one receivers. AJ Brown can go up and get those balls, and Devontae Smith can run past you. So, open it up. Start throwing it a little bit more. I'm not saying you need to throw it 30 times a game. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, just get the guys in. You can do other things than just hand the ball off to Saquon and dink and duck and throw screen passes. You can do a lot more.
I do agree. Again, this really does to me feel so much like it did in 2023, where all that creativity that they have, the talent on this offense is just beyond insane. I really don't. It's hard to express how much talent this team. Even Devontae Smith, as you talk, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, is underrated. And nobody thinks he's everybody's oh yeah, he's the second best number 2 in the league. And yet it's no, he is still underrated. He is so good. And they just Kevin Patullo came out and was we're not trying to go into games and be conservative. And it's but you are being conservative. You're there's no creativity in your play calling.
Have you seen Jalen Hurts' bash chart?
And it's expand the playbook with Jalen Hurts, and that's going to help Saquon Barkley. But I understand that there's this perception that Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball. I understand it, but I also feel I think he can. I think Jalen Hurts is a dual threat playmaker, and I don't see why we kind of buy into this narrative that he's not. Because he plays in a system that would rather treat him as a bus driver than as an actual playmaker that can be part of this explosive offense. And if you're just gonna have him, if you're gonna run the ball, and then have Jalen back and drop, and it's nobody's open, and I have to just go run the ball now, or it's we're just throwing deep shots down the field, your offense is just not gonna work. And I don't know if that's a Kevin Patullo thing. I don't want to, he's only had 3 games. I'm not trying to blame him or anything, but I don't know. I don't know. I just get frustrated because this offense, like I look at the Lions, even like obviously with Ben Johnson, they were incredibly creative and fun and zany, and even like their new coordinator, like they're doing a lot of crazy stuff that they understand we have so much talent. Like we are just going to be so impossible to stop because we're going to run the ball with our amazing duo. And we're going to put Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams, and we're just going to move them around, and we're going to put them in positions where it's like impossible to cover everybody at once. And Sam Laporta is out here too, just running around.
He'll catch the ball every now and then.
And like, there's no way to stop it. And the Eagles could absolutely do that. Like, they could absolutely do that, but instead they just choose not to. And they just choose to be like, no, we're just going to play this nitty-gritty, ugly game of football and always have these games come down to the last possession and just go win it because we're better than you. And it's like, I mean, I'm not going to say it can't work. You're probably going to win 12, 13 games this year just doing that. But, like, it doesn't have to be that hard. And the tush-push is just a whole other thing. Like, it's just so ridiculous. Like anytime, like I understand the tush push being there for like 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, but like when you're running the tush push 7 times a game, that's ridiculous. You should not have to run it that many times.
I'm tired of it. Like you can run the play, but yeah, like 6-7 times in a game, that's way too much.
It's absurd. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we added to the conversation other than just ranting about how annoying this offense is. I mean, and I don't know, like, maybe it was unfair of everybody to expect that, oh, yeah, Saquon Barkley, watch him. He's going to come out this year. And we say that every time somebody has an incredible 2,000-yard-plus season. Oh, wait till we'll see what they do next year. And then they don't do that. So we can move on. Let's do our rapid-fire headlines. Christian, I think the big headline this week is Jackson Dart getting the nod for the New York Giants. He will replace Russell Wilson. The Giants 0-3, looking for any semblance of a change in direction this season. Maybe Brian Daboll trying to save face. What do you think about this change?
I like this, and then I hate this move. For my I like that. In the preseason he looked good. Everybody was talking about his aura. He had great aura in the preseason. And if I'm a Giants fan, I at least have something to root for after that awful Sunday night game and that awful goal line 4 plays with Russell Wilson. That was great. So I like it for that kind of reason. It's always exciting when your team drafts a rookie and then they get to play. It's like, ooh, what are we gonna get? For the hate side of this, this just feels desperate. Like this just smells of desperation. Like you brought in 2 veterans, Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, to come in, and like Jackson Dart wasn't expected to start this season. Probably coming into next season, that was probably the plan, was for him to play next season. And you're skipping over Jameis. He's playing at home, but he's playing a Chargers defense that has been one of the better defenses in the league. And so yeah, this just feels desperate. And Russell Wilson did get booed last week, so I guess this is Daboll trying to save face. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of like it, and I also don't. It's going to be interesting to see how it looks. I know it's on the road, but the next week versus the Saints, I think would have been a better start for him. I think you could have started Jameis for this game. At least Jameis he has some excitement to him with Jameis. Like he gonna throw it to the team, but also he gonna throw that ball to Malik Neighbors.
Yeah. I agree with a lot of what you said. I want to caveat it with a couple things. For one, I know Brian Daboll came out and said this was my decision alone. We cannot actually know whether or not, like he wouldn't tell us, whether or not the Maras went to him and said, we do not want to see Russell Wilson out there again. Yeah. We drafted this guy.
It was awful.
He was terrible. Like, we do not want to see this guy out here again. We want to see the guy that we just spent a first round pick on. Like, people are like, if this season is not going to be anything, people will come pay to see Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
But Giants fans will buy tickets and come to the games if that means they get to see this rookie quarterback. Like, we want to see it. So that could have happened, but I agree with you. Like, if this was a Brian Daboll decision, I think it really speaks to, like, how important it is that when you draft a quarterback that high and your intention is to take a quarterback that high, unless you got a guy in his second year, or something like still a relatively new coach, like, they should have probably fired Brian Daboll and brought in a new coach, because this is what happens when you have a team that is not really ready for a rookie quarterback, Jackson Dart. The O-line still has questions. You're still probably a weapon away. Your run game is kind of hit and miss. Scadabo's been showing flashes, but nevertheless, like, but now because you have a coach that's like, bro, I'm just trying to save my career. I'm trying to save my job. Yeah. Like, I do not care about anything. Now are we putting him in too early? Are we putting him in because he genuinely is, in our opinion, the best player or the best quarterback on this team? We think we have a better chance of winning with him than either of the other two guys? Or is it because, bro, if I go 0-4, like, and I don't have a reason to say I went 0-4, like, I'm going to get fired. So this is why, like, if this goes south, you're interrupting the development of your future quarterback, so your coach can be like, anything to save my job. And that's why I think it's so important to pair these kind of rebuilds together with that, because now what you're going to do is this could interrupt Jackson Dart's product development, and Brian Daboll's probably get fired anyway at the end of the year. And now Jackson Dart is probably going to have a rough rookie season. Who knows what that could do to his development, and he's going to be taking on a new head coach now in his second year as a starter, which is brutal. And that is the prototypical steps that poor franchises take, which the Giants unfortunately have become. They have become a bad, unstable franchise. And I just, again, Brian Daboll, if the Mars told you to do this, I sympathize with you, my guy. I sympathize with you. But if Brian Daboll is just doing this to save ass, like, I think it sucks.
And it's like, so let me get this straight. He wasn't good enough to get the start in week 1, through the rookie mini camps and the training camp and all that stuff. So he wasn't good enough to start week 1, and now 3 weeks into the season, we think he's ready now. And
against the Chargers?
Against the Chargers defense?
No, I agree. All right, moving on to the next one. Micah Parsons coming back home. He was traded back to the Cowboys, Christian. Oh, wait, that's not what's happening. He's coming to visit the Cowboys to whoop on them on Sunday Night Football.
They're like, you can have him.
Yeah, we don't want him. We don't want him.
That's hilarious.
This, Christian, look, we're going to talk about these games, obviously, but I guess we'll just keep it straight with the headline. Are the Cowboys fans going to boo Micah Parsons, or are they going to cheer him?
Ooh. I feel like some will. I don't know if Ben Johnson got booed, and that's wild. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. I mean, will some Cowboys fans feel a type of way because, he was trying to get paid all this money? I mean, sure, if you're kind of upset like that. But other than that, though, I thought he has been a quality Cowboy player. I know, the podcast or whatever, but he came in, did his job as best as he could. He played through a season where last year where he was asking for a contract, and it could have been cheaper for you, Jerry, but it is what it is. And so I'm gonna say no, but I wouldn't be shocked if there are some FU Micahs in the crowd. Obviously, I would think it's ridiculous, but Ben Johnson got booed this year, and all that man did was make you relevant for the Detroit Lions. So I can't predict how fans are going to react. I think it's ridiculous if he gets booed.
I have very strong opinions about this. If whoever boos Micah Parsons on Sunday, show yourself out of the fandom. Like, that is ridiculous. Like, the idea that you can watch our defense after these 3 weeks and look at Micah Parsons, who all he ever said was, I want to play for this team. I love playing for the Cowboys. He was the best possible at-bat. He would go on podcasts and say dumb stuff. But it was pro Cowboys. The worst thing he did was he didn't put Dak in his top 5.
Yeah.
Like, that was the one thing he didn't do. But, like, I mean, he was saying delusional stuff out there. Like, oh, yeah, we could beat the 49ers. And, you know, all that. Like, just, he was as good of an ambassador as you could be. He played through what should have been a contract year. He should have already had his contract. He gets hurt in that and then comes back and still plays anyway. He is 12-plus sacks every year. He made our defense good. And he shows up to train. Like, he did everything right. And while Jerry Jones is just talking trash to him, and Jerry Jones finally says, all right, I'm just going to trade you. Whatever. Like, the idea that anybody would look at that, and I don't think anybody will. Like, I think Cowboys fans have been paying attention. Everybody is very mad at Jerry Jones for getting rid of Micah. I don't think anybody looks at that situation and goes, that's on you, Micah. So, you know, I don't think he'll get booed. I think Cowboys fans are more aware of what's happened than that. But if he does get booed, show yourself out the door. Show yourself out the door, because you have not been paying attention if you think that Micah Parsons is the villain of this story.
And I think I saw him first things first. He was like, you know, it's gonna be painful going back. He's like, Dak's my guy. So like, he's even though he's on the Packers, like, he's still showing love to the Cowboys. So yeah, utterly ridiculous.
Especially with what happened with Luka when he came back to Dallas. I mean, the fact that they had a whole presentation for him, like that was a whole spectacle. People were cheering more for Luka putting 40 on the Mavs than they were cheering for the Mavs. Like, that's like, you know, I'm not saying you got to cheer for the Packers when they're whooping up on the Cowboys, but like, you know, that's the kind of energy if Micah sacks Dak, dope. Glad, good on you, Micah.
Think they'll do a tribute video? I mean, you should.
You better, dude. Yeah, like, he was your best player for 4 years? Yeah, 4 years. Yeah. 4 years. So yeah, I think you gotta do that. But either way, should be fun. Should be interesting. Must watch TV. Always is with the Cowboys. All right, Nick Bosa out for season. I don't really want to we've talked a ton about the 49ers injury luck. Everybody's talking about that this year.
This training staff. I
don't
need to investigate. I don't know what. I just need to know, why is it this team almost every goddamn year?
It's a lot of soft tissue injuries.
What are they doing over there? I need to know. I need an investigation.
I feel that. Again, I don't want to speak out of turn. I don't know what their training staff does.
I'm not saying these people don't know what they're doing, but this is every freaking year, dog.
It's insane. It's crazy. But it's just for the 49ers' sake, losing Nick Bosa is brutal. I mean, that's your best player outside of probably Fred Warner, at this point in time. And really, look, Robert Saleh has done amazing work with that defense. He'll continue to do that even without Nick Bosa. But, if you were training to be a top 6 defense, maybe you're still a top 10 defense without Nick Bosa. But Nick, that's a big loss. That tough. Good news is your schedule's easy. So, as everybody might or might not be aware, the 49ers have the easiest schedule. All right, let's talk about the Tom Brady controversy. For those of y'all who are uninitiated, people are upset because Tom Brady is a broadcaster on Fox while also simultaneously a part owner of the Raiders. And on Monday Night Football, when the Raiders were playing the Chargers, Tom Brady was in the booth with a headset in the coaching booth. And people believe that Tom Brady, working with Chip Kelly and Pete Carroll while also calling games, gives the Raiders an unfair advantage. And people are upset because the Raiders are playing the Bears this week, and Tom Brady was on call on the Cowboys-Bears broadcast. So in theory, people believe that if maybe Ben Johnson gave him a nugget or something, he could use that against the Bears and tell the Raiders and give the Raiders an advantage. So all of that, Christian, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, because Ben Johnson is going to be like, hey, you know how you can beat Caleb Williams is throwing the house, just do a cover zero blitz. Like what?
Just send the house on him every. Like, he cannot stop it, Tom. I'm telling you, he can't stop it. What are we talking about?
Like Ben Johnson has been around the. That man is not giving out secrets or anything to Tom Brady. He's probably just telling him the general stuff. Like, and so I think this is ridiculous. I get it why people would be upset, and I mean, obviously, I think the league should just at least be aware of it. But I don't think Tom Brady is going to be doing anything like trying to get extra information. I don't even think teams are going to give him that information. Like, I think I think this is a silly thing, and there's way more things we could be discussing here and getting upset about, except for Tom Brady being in the coach's booth and wanting to help out this team that he invested money in and wants to do well. Like, I think it's ridiculous.
I think this is a big deal. No, I'm kidding. I don't think that. I think this is a nothing story. I think it's fun to talk about. You know, anytime you kind of get a little bit of Tom Brady digs, it's kind of funny. But I mean, look, this is silly. Like, teams change their. And Ben Johnson already said this best. Like, teams change their schemes every week. He's not going in there being like, you know what, you could really get Caleb Williams with this kind of thing, right? Like, it's just not happening. Like, the information that Brady is getting for the Bears is literally only relevant to Cowboys-Bears. Everything else that happens that is relevant is on the film. Everybody can see it. It's on the injury reports, like that. All of this stuff that Tom Brady has special privileged access to only applies to the game that he is about to call. Like, hey, we're going to do this against this team. We're going to you should watch out for this package. You know, we might run this guy here. Like, stuff like that.
We really like this guy. He's been really, flashing in practices.
Exactly. But once the game is played, all of that is on film. Like, everybody can see, oh, they ran this package with this guy. Oh, they ran this in this circumstance. Oh, none of it matters beyond the game. So I think this is a nothing story. Unless a coach is silly enough to tell Tom Brady, yeah, dude, you do this against my team, we can't stop it. Like, we can't. I promise. Like, it's a nothing. It's fun to talk about, though, but it's nothing. It will be funny, though, if the Raiders blow out the Bears. That's going to be hilarious. The memes, the good conspiracies. Oh, going to be so good. All right, last bullet point, or at least one that I have. The NFL announced 128 modern era players nominated for the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2026. Some of these are very obvious. Drew Brees, his first year as a nomination. Drew Brees it will be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Of course.
Larry Fitzgerald, first time he's eligible. He will be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
They do receivers dirty, but he should be.
Yeah, and there are a lot of receivers. It's going to be. I mean, look, Larry's a top, I think at minimum, top 7 receiver all time. I would have him a little higher than that. But the fact that I think Steve Smith Sr. is a Hall of Famer. I think Hines Ward should be in the Hall of Fame. Reggie Wayne is a Hall of Famer. Wes Welker, I go back and forth on. I mean, he is probably the greatest slot receiver to ever play the game, so I think that's worth something. But, if you're putting Larry in and it's like you still got 3 or 4 other guys that are like, man, when are they going to get in? I think that's tough. But, I mean, I don't really – I have to go through the list and kind of pick who I think will ultimately get in. But a lot of really good names on here. A lot of guys, why did we put this player on this list? Names, one of the finalists for the quarterbacks is Jake Delhomme. Oh. Why is Jake Delhomme on this list?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh yeah, Jake Delhomme was a quarterback in the 2000s. He played for the Panthers. He took them to a Super Bowl and he lost to Tom Brady, but he had a couple of really good years and then was a middling to not a good quarterback. And that's the story of Jake Delhomme. Like the fact that he is on this list is just as a finalist is crazy.
Somebody just threw his name out there. Like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Even like Thomas Jones for the running back. I mean, look, I like Arian Foster, but come on now, Arian Foster, guys.
He had a few good years.
He had a few good years, but come on.
I remember back in the day, Arian Foster was a household name for a little bit. Like, it didn't last very long.
LaShawn McCoy's first year of eligibility too. A lot of people love LaShawn McCoy. I'm a little on the fence about whether or not he's a Hall of Famer. He's more in the Hall of Very Good.
Yeah, I don't know if LaShawn McCoy's a Hall of Famer.
And I will repeat this until I am blue in the. Oh, Torrey Holt is also a finalist this year. He's been a finalist in the past, and I think he would be. He should probably be a Hall of Famer as well. I will say this until I'm blue in the face. Eli Manning should not be in the Hall of Fame. He should not be. He's a finalist, but he'll get in, but he should not. Brandon Marshall, not a Hall of Famer. Some people want to put him in. Chad Johnson, not a Hall of Famer.
Nope.
Not going. He won't get in. Like Chad Johnson will not be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, and that's really it. Cam Chancellor is a finalist this year. Earl Thomas is a finalist this year. Some pretty good defensive backs.
Like they were good for a time, but I don't know if they were era defining.
I don't know. Legion of Boom was. I mean, that's the problem. Is it's like okay, the unit was era defining. The Legion of Boom. I mean, that is an era. That is a historic unit. But it's weird because I don't look at any of them individually, and I just go slam dunk Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre that you have such an iconic unit, such a dominant iconic unit, and none of them are like Earl Thomas to me is probably as close as it gets. Richard Sherman, a lot of people will probably push for him to be in the Hall of Fame. I am on the fence about Richard Sherman being in the Hall of Fame.
He was on those 49ers teams that went to the Super Bowl.
He did. And look, Richard, I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect Richard Sherman because Richard Sherman, I mean, he was amazing when he played. He's a 3-time All-Pro. Richard Sherman might be a Hall of Famer. Like, honestly, looking at this, he was on the 2010 Hall of Fame team. Cam Chancellor, though, I wouldn't put in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Earl Thomas, also a 3-time All-Pro. So I think they all just were All-Pros the same exact years. Cam Chancellor was never an All-Pro. So, yeah, like...
He's okay.
Like Cam Chancellor, I love Cam Chancellor. Cam Chancellor was one of the best, one of my favorite players to ever watch play. Like he was a machine. But we're talking about the best of all time, and
yeah.
So anyway, I'm sure I will have more opinions on that as we narrow down that list, and there will be people that get in that make me mad. So I'm excited to rant about it. All right. Well, Christian, we have been talking for a while already, so we got to fly through these last few segments. But I have confidence that we can do it. Let's get into the vibes, Christian. I want to hear what the vibes are telling you this week. How are they feeling you out? I don't even know how to say it. That sounds weird. I'm sorry.
Bottom row. We got the and oh no.
That's stupid.
Look, man.
That's funny. No, that's really good. That's really good.
This is the regular suspects. Dolphins, Jets playing Monday. Titans, Texans playing Sunday. And then the Browns and Saints. Now you're thinking, hey, you're missing one more team.
Yeah.
And that's because they're in the next tier above them. And a new hope? Maybe? It's the Giants just in their lone thing. I mean, out of the 0-3 teams, they do have with Jackson Dart starting against Chargers, have, I guess, the best outlook so far.
It's kind of wild on that note, really quick. Like, I feel like the Titans could be in that tier as well because they do have a rookie quarterback, but like how bad their team is and how bad of a coach Brian Callahan is, it's like all of that is so overwhelmingly bad that it overwhelms like the optimism you might even have for Cam Ward. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, I don't like Cam Ward.
I do too.
He's okay. He's
but
okay.
That team is not good.
Yeah, the team is not good. So just above the Giants. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be 0-3. Then you got the Panthers, the Patriots, the Falcons, the Bears, who just got their first win. Panthers also got their first win. Cowboys, Broncos, Jacob Broncos, and the Raiders. Yeah, it could be worse. Next up we got, what do they do well? Can you tell me what these teams do well? But all of these teams are 2-1. But can you tell me what they do well? The Bengals, the Jaguars, and the Steelers. What do they do well?
Well, the Bengals are really good at turning the ball over.
Yeah, 5 interceptions in Jakes Browning's 2 games that he has played.
The Vikings regret cutting him. They regret it cutting him.
They did.
I will say this about the Jaguars. They lead the league in takeaways.
Okay.
They got 9 takeaways this year. Little fun fact for you. So what do they do well? That's what they do well. But the problem is they don't do anything else well.
And then for the Steelers, what do they do well?
Aaron Rodgers is fine.
When he is kept upright.
That's it. That's all they got.
Next up, we got the Monday opener. A lot of
true.
A lot of Monday. Your favorite sports team is sports podcast, show, whatever media. They're going to be talking about this game. Is going to be the Chiefs Ravens, CBS, big game. Tony Romo, Jim Nantz on the call, and we opened up this episode talking about these 2 teams. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think it's going to be much watch football. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. It's going to be exciting. So can't
cancel your plans. Cancel your plans.
I mean, if you had to watch a game in this week 4,
that's it.
That is the one.
There's some good games. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, there's some good games. I like tomorrow's game, but as well, there's a few others. But this is the game. If you had to sit down and watch one, it's Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in Arrowhead. So excited to see that. I can't wait to hear I don't know, Jim. I don't do a good Tony Romo, but I can't wait.
I don't know, Jim.
I can't wait to hear that. All right. Next up, we got some intrigue. The 49ers 3-0. Defense playing well. Mac Jones is, I guess, keeping the boat afloat. They just lost Nick Bosa. Is Brock Purdy supposed to be back, or is he still going to be out?
I've heard he's questionable, but I think he's leaning towards playing. Yeah, he returned to practice.
Okay.
He's limited.
Could be interesting for the 49ers. They're at least getting back to, I wouldn't say full strength, but getting a little bit healthier, I guess.
Yeah.
Vikings, they have some intrigue defense. Carson Wentz in his second game, going to be playing in Dublin, our first game in Dublin. So if you want to watch those, make sure you wake up early for that. And Seahawks Cardinals, like I said, I like this game tomorrow. Both teams 2-1 can set themselves apart in the division, depending on, and if the 49ers lose, then one of these teams can be at the top.
Well, the Cardinals, actually neither of them can, because both of their each of their losses are against the 49ers.
Oh, I forgot they both played never mind then. So, but I mean, still, second in the division isn't bad.
And you send the team. I mean, all the teams in this division are 2-1 or 3. Or no, the Rams are 1-2. No, the Rams are 2-1. I'm sorry. But I mean, yeah, like you have an opportunity to separate here and just definitively have a game over one of your division rivals. Like this is a big game on Thursday.
Yeah. And then Washington, I think Jaden Daniels is questionable. I think he came back to practice. He said he's not feeling any discomfort in his knee, so I think he will play. I think they're playing the Raiders.
Yeah, no, they're playing the Falcons. Yeah,
they're playing the Falcons.
They blew out the Raiders last week,
so should be getting a win. But yeah, I think they'll be 3-1, and I mean, they're better than what I expected, I guess. So 3-1 through September. You're feeling good about it. And then how did we get here? Next up, how did we get here? Colts 3-0. Daniel Jones playing
Looking
well,
great.
maybe
Looking
MVP
awesome.
candidate right now in the month of September. Packers just had that tough loss against the Browns, but I mean, hey, I would say no shame. Browns defense plays really, really well at home. Jordan Love, you just can't turn the ball over. You just can't do it. Like, if you don't turn the ball over, you punt it to the Browns, they're not going 80 yards. Like, they're not doing that. So they're playing the Cowboys. Green Bay, as a franchise, loves beating up on the Cowboys. You know how that
Bam.
Cowboys
Sorry.
you know how that Cowboys defense is. So I'm expecting a bounce back game. I know the spread is 7 points. I wouldn't bet it. That's still a lot of points, but I should expect a double digit win for the Packers. But again, I wouldn't bet it though. Lions, like we said at the top about the Ravens game, really bounced back from week 1, and they've climbed there all the way back up here. They're looking good so far, running the ball well, defense is playing well, and they got their swagger back.
Silliest takes out of week 1. I'm worried about the Lions. Silliest takes out of week 1.
I mean,
look,
it looked bad.
It did look bad, but
it looked bad.
It's insane how, again, that's either just a testament to how good they are, to where they're like, we just needed a week to clean our stuff up, or a testament to just how good the Packers are, where it's like they made that team look totally lost. Yeah. So
they have a chance to get their get back. So
they do, and that'll be a telling game.
Packers Lions. That's going to be a really good game. So circle that game, and it's going to be interesting to see if the Lions can get their get back. The Rams, the Rams are good. Like I can't fight it. I can't deny it. I think they're solid. They're 2-1.
They're good, not great.
Not good, but not great. But they're still up there. They are playing. I think they're playing a good.
They're playing the Colts.
Playing the Colts. Oh yeah, this is your game to see how the Colts match up.
It sure is.
I think that's going to be a solid game. And the Colts are also in this tier with them, so it's going to be exciting. Do the Colts stay undefeated, or do they get tested here and we see how good Daniel Jones really is? And then at the top of the leaderboards here, the real ones, we got the Falcons, we got the Bucks.
No, not the Falcons. Not the Falcons.
Eagles. I was looking at the Eagles logo too, and I just said the Falcons. I don't know why.
That's funny. I just picture the Falcons being on this tier list that high.
At the top, like Christian, they're 1 and 2.
Like Christian, what? I just love. I know they lost, but I saw something.
Appendix, dude, ignore that Panthers game.
I saw something.
I saw something in this team. No, the Eagles and the Bucks, they're playing. This is like Chiefs Ravens. Big topic. Big game. This one also is going to be a really good game.
Can't wait.
Bucks Bucks match up with this team really well. I know Mike Evans is going to be out, but Emeka Egbuka, though, that man real. That's a real man right there. So that's going to be fun to see.
I think Chris Godwin.
Is Chris Godwin? Okay, they do Chris Godwin.
Him and Tristan Wirfs could both be coming back. Chris Godwin, I think, is a little bit more of a long shot, but Tristan Wirfs could also. Yeah, so we will see.
Mike Evans is doubtful with a hamstring.
Mike Evans
questionable. Levante David's questionable. Charlie Heck, tackle questionable. But yeah. You can't just go out there with Egbuka. You can't. He's great.
I mean, last year they didn't have Chris Godwin and Mike Evans for a period of time, and Baker was wheeling and dealing still. So, I think they'll be okay. The Cowboys. I mean, I'm not saying Emeka Egbuka is CeeDee Lamb yet, but Cowboys for 2 years went out there every Sunday with CeeDee Lamb as CeeDee Lamb alone, and they won a good amount of games.
But yeah, I'm really excited for this game. It's another good game on Fox too. So hopefully a lot of people get to see that game. And then the last two, Bills Chargers, both 3-0, looking very, very good. Two potential MVP candidate quarterbacks on their teams. Chargers defense is good. Bills defense, but they'll be there at the end of the year because they play in the AFC East, and that's the tiers.
As always, Christian, great job. I really don't have too much beef. I will, you know me. I would have the Broncos above any of the what do they do well teams. But I feel where you're coming from. They're that kind of collection of 1 and 2 teams. It's like, hey, maybe better days ahead.
They could get a win here on Monday.
Yeah,
I could get a bump up.
And again, I know it's weird to think about, but the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Jags are all 2-1. Like, very weird to think about. Very like, really, but they are. And Bengals. I mean, they've got to win over the Jaguars. They did beat the Browns, the other one, but the Steelers have a win over the Jets. Well, they do have a win over the Jets, but more recently the Patriots. So I feel where you're coming from, and I see the Cowboys in the same tier as a lot of Patriots, Bears, Broncos, and Raiders, in my opinion, are all better than the Cowboys. So yeah, I know they're not quite 0-3, but
It feels like it.
And I like the respect you're throwing the Colts way.
Yeah, I think we need to put some respect on the Colts thing.
All right.
We'll see how they do on Sunday, though.
All right. Well, without further ado, Christian, let's go ahead and get to Jake's bets. All right. I don't have any theme music, but I'm just gonna talk. Okay. So I won't lie to you. Last week we went 2-3. Now you might go, that's bad, and it's not great. But I was one more loss away from suspending this segment.
It's like I'm done.
I need to take like a month off because this is not going well. So I didn't have to do that. Nevertheless, though, still a losing week, and a tough losing week at that, because I had a winning week. If you listen to the podcast, and on Sunday I got cold feet on one of my picks, and I changed it right before kickoff. I had the Chiefs -6, which covered. But I got cold feet because Xavier Worthy was out. I was like, I'm going to switch that out. And I went with the Patriots, +1.5, which they should have covered. They should have won. They literally said, we don't want to win. Here's the ball. Oh, did you not hear me? Here's the ball. All right, one more time. Not one more time, though. 5 times. I'm still mad about it. It's okay.
I know people were talking about, and I saw it on Red Zone, too, but Drake May got sacked and hit his head.
Yeah, I did see, and then he threw an interception the next play.
So I think it's kind of, I don't want to, but if that was Tua though, we'd have been like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I do agree with that. But so 2-3 last week, tough. We'll go through them. We're 5-10 on the year. So what were the 5 games? As I just talked about, Patriots +1.5. That was a miss. Broncos +2.5. Looked really good for a second there. And they just couldn't finish it, couldn't get it done. So that doesn't cover. Had the other loss was the Texans +1.5, which I would bet that again. I would say that was a good. I mean, it was the right side. It just didn't work out. Ultimately, it was tough. And then the one hit we had Vikings -3. It was never even in doubt.
Yeah,
so that is your.
Take the Eagles game.
No, I almost took the Rams, and I talked myself out of it. Thank you. Oh, and we also had the, let's see. Yeah, we had the Vikings -3, and we had the Cardinals +2.5, which did hit. So that was another hit. So that's your week, 2-3. So let's talk about this week. All right. 5-0. Got to go 5-0. Got to go 4-1. Got to go one of those. Got to start getting out of this hole. Can't have a repeat of last year. All right. Christian, I'm taking a lot of favorites this week, actually.
Oh, okay.
A lot of favorites. Of favorites. All but one of my teams are favorites. First one, Chargers -6 against the Giants.
Yeah. Rookie
quarterback, stout defense. The Chargers are going to win an ugly game. They're going to win this game 24-6 or something. It's going to be an unwatchable bore fest. They're just going to take care of business.
It says it might be raining that day. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so I like the Chargers here. I'm taking the Chargers -6. I don't know what the score will be, but they'll win comfortably.
Okay. I don't hate that.
Oh, I lied. I have two favorites. I have two underdogs. Sorry. Bucks plus 3.5 against the Eagles. It's the right side.
Bucks are favorite. They're at home.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I get it, but
it's the injuries.
What's the market? Oh, okay.
It's the injuries.
Yeah, okay. I was like,
but they also, I mean, the Eagles are just perceived as the better team, I think, anyway. But like the Bucks have injuries. I mean, Bucks are getting 3.5 at home against a team that they have played very well against routinely. Like I don't know if they'll win this game. I'm not going to spoil who I'm picking for this game, but like they can I'm getting 3 points in the hook. Like, come on, like at home against a team they match up well against. Like I'm
been at least 2.5, 1.5. I mean, I get the injuries and all that, but the Bucks at home, they play this team. They match up really well. I get it, the injuries and all that stuff. But Tristan Wirfs, it's questionable, so he should play. I don't agree, but okay.
Yeah, it's free money.
Yeah, I know. Like that's you said Bucks plus. I was like, excuse me?
Here's another one. This one's tough, but it's just in my bones. I just know. Patriots minus 5.5.
Going back to that well.
Patriots minus 5. Look, you know me. I love last year. I loved the Panthers, and I bet the Panthers too much. Look, Panthers are coming off of their best win. Maybe, I mean, really, in most of these players' careers, like that play for them, in major spots. Bryce Young, Dave Canales. The Patriots, meanwhile, are coming off a terrible loss. Terrible loss. Mike Vrabel, you know what Mike Vrabel's doing to them in practice. You know there's this renewed sense of focus. And they're at home. I think they're going to dog walk the Panthers. I think they're going to dog walk the Panthers. I don't think this is going to be a good game. So I have the Patriots minus 5.5. All right. I have one more slam dunk. I have two that I'm deciding against. I think I actually made my decision.
As you're talking,
I am going to go. This one's tough. And this one is not for the faint of heart. I'm going Lions minus 10 against the Browns. I know. They're at home. Look. Here, let me lay this out.
Man.
Let me lay this out.
I mean, they can't. Their offense is terrible. They can't move the ball.
Can't. Look, this is the argument right here. Look, and I understand the negative. The Lions are coming off a short week, and they're coming off a great win. But the Lions, I don't feel like a great win for the Lions is means anything anymore to them. I don't feel like whereas the Browns are coming off an amazing. They're coming off their best win they've had in 2 years, and I mean, how focused are they going to be going on the road now to play a team that loves? And we saw it all year last year, loves to smack down teams that they're better than. Just smack them down. And look, Browns at home, scary, okay? That is a scary team, not offensively, but defensively, that defense at home is insane. On the road, in a dome, that defense is not the same. The splits do not lie. You look at the offensive and defensive. You look at the defensive splits at home and away for this defense over the past couple of years. It is night and day. So I just have faith that the Lions are going to do what we've seen the Lions do. Oh, I dropped my pen. They're going to do what we've seen this team do. They're going to go at home and blow out a team that they are significantly better than, especially a team that is coming off a very crazy win. I think that's going to maybe take a little. You get a crazy emotional win, you don't typically come back the next year and you're not next week as buttoned up. So I like the Lions minus 10. It is a big swing, but trust the process, maybe. All right, the final one. And this is a slam dunk, Christian. This is a lock. This ain't even hard, Christian. Because you know me. You know me.
Yep.
I am a simple man,
Of course.
Christian. I play video games, I go to work. I shake hands with people that I'm meeting for the first time. I love cooking steaks, and I love steaks with mashed potatoes. I love all that stuff. I'm a normal guy, and when I see the Chiefs as underdogs, I bet it.
At home, too.
I bet at this second, there's underdog. Look.
Second time they've been underdog. That's crazy.
Look, we talk about this. 80%, yada, yada. You just bet it every time you see it. It covers 80% of the time. They've missed their last 2. I get it. Now, we have amended that rule. We just won't bet it when they're playing the Eagles. That's just the rule. Okay? Every other team, though, we're betting it. No ifs, ands, or buts. So bet the Chiefs plus 2.5. They're playing the Ravens. This is what they do. This is the game you bet the Chiefs. Just don't bet against the Eagles. But it's okay. Every other team, it's going to be 80% or more. All right, so to recap, here are my 5. Chargers, -6. Bucks, plus 3.5. Patriots, -5.5. Chiefs, plus 2.5. Lions, -10. I feel really good about that. I think this is going to be a 4-1 week.
Lions one I'm a little concerned about, but, I mean, that Browns defense, our offense, is hot garbage. So, I mean, even if they throw Dylan Gabriel in there, like, I don't think they're.
They throw Dylan Gabriel in there, it's even more over. That's a rookie on the road going against the Lions.
So that's a lot of points, but I think this should be a good week for you.
I hope so. I need it. I can't be coming. Again, we are on the edge of suspending the season. I have another 1 in 4 week. We're suspending for the time being.
Time for me.
Yeah, you're 2-1.
Jets. It took a little bit, but the Jets they
got it. You got it.
Covered. Insert here the Aaron Glenn dance he did when they got that. They ran back that block field goal. We're favored in that game. Oh, we're at home. That's fair. Monitoring games. Packers -7. I don't think so, but that would be a good one.
I'm terrified of Packers -7.
Yeah.
Like Dak covers those. You know, like.
Oh my
Dak
God.
is a favorite, not good. Dak is an underdog, big underdog especially. Like,
I thought the 10 was high. Have you seen the Bills Saints?
I wanted to take the Bills so bad.
That's insane. What is it on DraftKings? Because it's 15.5.
I think it was 15.5 last time I checked it as well.
Okay, that's insane. That's a lot of points. I mean, they are coming off extended rest for the Bills, so like I understand.
And they're at home and they're playing.
And they're at home and they're playing the Saints. That's a lot of points, though. God, it is
again. That's why I was like, look, you can take the Lions or you can take the Bills, Jake. You cannot take both. And I'm like, I'll take the Lions.
That's a lot of points. Is there a good underdog I like? Not.
All the underdogs this week are trash.
Yeah, I don't really like
the Colts plus 3.5 is kind of your vibe with how you're feeling about the Colts this year.
I just don't know. Like, this is the one where I'm like, we'll see how Daniel Jones does.
Honestly, the Bengals plus 7.5. Like, I want to be on the Broncos so bad, but I'm like 7.5. I'm like, that's crazy. But it's also like it's the Bengals who aren't even that good of a team anyway with a backup quarterback on the road playing a pissed off Broncos team. I'm like, I get it, but like that's a lot of points.
I think I might have to go with a favorite here. And give me
think it's okay.
Give me Houston minus. Is it 7.5 or 8?
I have it at -7 on DraftKings.
You know what's 7? It's 7.5 on ESPN.
Nah, you're doing DraftKings, Bubby.
Well, I went on DraftKings website. It won't show me the lines unless I have an account. Or am I tripping?
I can see them. I don't have an account.
Huh.
I just go to DraftKings Week 4. That's what I typed into Google.
Oh, I went to their website.
Oh, yeah. You got to go to the specific lines page.
Yeah. All right, DraftKings.
I will say, while you look that up, a good value line if you want to get this Commanders -1.5. Because if Jaden Daniels plays, like, what is that? That line is going to look like -4, like, immediately. So you're basically getting the Commanders in a pick'em spot at 1.5 against a Falcons team that looks lost. So not a bad. I'm not confident enough because Michael Penix does play pretty well at home. Like, the times we've seen him play well, it's been at home. But I think the Commanders are better than the Falcons, you know?
Yeah. It's only 1.5, too.
I know. That's why. It's like, man.
Yeah, I think that might be the play. Yeah.
Oh, I talked you into it.
I think I'll get Commanders -1.5.
Okay. Man, I hope I didn't just cause you to lose.
I will be pissed because I was gonna do Houston, and because I think
do Houston. Do Houston. If you feel better about Houston, do Houston. I mean, they're at home.
They're at home, and I don't think Tennessee is gonna. Yeah, I'll take Texans. I'll stick with the Texans -7.
Okay, bet. Okay. All right, cool. Well, that is a solid. I'm excited about this week's slate, so we'll see how we do. All right. Last segment, and then we'll get y'all out of here. We could go ahead and breeze through this since we've been here and we've talked a ton already, Christian, but we got to pick the games. So last week I went 8-8. You were 11-5 last week. You're 30 and
those.
I was doing so well, and then I just hit a slate of games on my list that were like L.
Afternoon, I had Seahawks. They won. Chargers. They won. Bears won. 49ers won. Chiefs won. And I didn't hit on the Ravens.
I had in the back half of the week, I had Patriots, Texans, Broncos, Cowboys, Cardinals, Chiefs won, and Ravens.
Yeah.
And the Vikings and the Commanders. But, yeah, I mean, it was just – I was like, man, I'm doing pretty well. Okay. And then I get to that stretch, and I'm like, oh, that is all L's. So I went 8-8. 25-23 on the year. Christian, you are 30-18. You are 11-5 from last week. So we'll go ahead and start with the Thursday night game. We got the Cardinals and the Seahawks. Very good NFC West showdown in Arizona. Who you got?
Went back and forth on this game. To be honest with you, I could see either team winning, but I went with Seattle. I know they're on the road, but I'm not in love with the Cardinals. I think their defense has been playing a lot better, so I do expect this probably be a little low scoring, but I just like the Seahawks like slightly better, but like I wouldn't be like if the Cardinals win, I'm not gonna be shocked. I think these are two evenly matched teams, and it's a division game, so expect that to be a close game.
I'm a little nervous about James Conner being out.
Yeah, he is out.
Yeah, that does hurt, but look, I made a claim.
I'm also rooting for Marvin Harrison Jr. He's been getting
he's been getting a lot of flack online. I am going to go Cardinals. To be honest, I'm not that confident in it. At this point, like I do kind of also lean Seattle as maybe actually the better team, but Cardinals were a playoff team that I picked, so maybe I should have had a little more faith in the Seahawks. Sam Darnold has been pretty okay, not great, but not bad at all. Like he's been pretty good. He's been okay, and this offensive line is this defense is just so good.
Yeah,
this defense is so good. And it's really saving a lot of flack for their offense. So, but I'll ride with the Cardinals. It's September. We know what the Cardinals do in September. They win a lot of these kinds of games. So I will go Cardinals.
Well, fun fact for you: Sam Darnold is leading in passing EPA plus 16.8, according to Next Gen Stats.
Interesting. Good stuff. Okay, that's a good insight. All right, we go to. I'm not even going to try to do an Irish accent. We go to Dublin Sunday morning.
First international game, and I think first NFL game in Dublin.
Yeah. We got the Vikings playing the Steelers.
Could be a worse game. Could be worse.
Yeah, it's not a bad game. I mean, it's two pretty recognizable brands, the Steelers especially. So I get why they sent this one over. And again, it's not a bad game. But Carson Wentz is looking like he's going to get the start. The Steelers don't do anything well, as per your tiers. So, Christian, who you got in this one?
Vikings, but not a lot of. Well, I'll say some with some bravado. Vikings, I think. Yeah, like you said, what did the Steelers do well? I think uh, uh, Aaron Rodgers. We've been talking about it throughout these first 3 weeks. Not very mobile, can't get out of the pocket, can't extend plays. So I think Brian Flores is smelling blood in the water. He's like, I'm gonna send the goddamn kitchens, everything, the sink, the fridge, the toilet, all of it. I'm blitzing the hell out of you and seeing if you can handle it. So I'll take the Vikings. Maybe they force some turnover, force some mistakes from Aaron. If not, because Aaron does kind of like to not pad his stats, but like kind of not want to throw interceptions. So he could get some sacks. So I'll say the Vikings and kind of led by their defense.
All right, yeah, I'm also going Vikings, so nothing crazy there. I think the Vikings are the better team at this point. Carson Wentz, I'm a little nervous about. 2 games, we love the 1-game start for a backup, but 2 games is where it starts to get a little dicey.
I mean, he didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I know. So maybe this is technically his first game in that trend. So who knows? Yeah, I'm going Vikings. All right, we go to our normal Sunday slate starting at noon. We get the Commanders and the Falcons. I'm going Commanders. I don't really have too much to say. I just don't have any faith in this Falcons team right now.
Yeah, same with you. Jaden's coming back, so hopefully that'll they'll get back to what they were on, and they'll be 3-1. So I would be I'm a little shocked by it, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe they'll fall off later later as the season goes on, but
all right. And
they're real fine right now.
And we have everybody. What will probably be everybody's survivor pick this week: the Bills and the Saints. I'm going Bills.
I'm going Saints. No.
Shock the world, dude. If somebody on First Things First picks this as their upset alert and they win outright somehow, it's gonna be like 20 points or something.
God, that'd be insane. But I don't see a world where
I don't either.
We record on Sunday night and we're talking about the Saints having one of the biggest upsets.
I mean, Josh Allen would need to probably throw 5 interceptions.
Yeah,
which hey, maybe it happens. Great quarterbacks have bad games.
He's bad games, but he has turned his whole career around in these past 2 seasons. Joe Brady.
All right, the other there's really 3 kind of survivor games here. I think that a lot of people are picking. This is another one: Lions Browns. In case you couldn't tell by Jake's picks, I am going Lions here.
Yeah, Lions as well. Short week. I do agree with that, but. Browns going on the road, Lions at home. I feel like it's going to be business as usual. I do feel about 10 points. I can see that. I can see that happening. I
got you. Okay, let's go Titans Texans. The battles of the 0-3. AFC South edition. Both these seasons are really spiraling at this point. I'm gonna go Houston. I think. I mean, what's insane. What truly is insane about this game is the fact that this is a division game between 2 0-3 teams, and the Titans are still getting a whole touchdown on the spread. Like that, the Dolphins and the Jets are both 0-3. That's a 2.5 point spread.
Yeah.
Like, that just tells you how poorly they think of the Titans. Like, they're like, I don't care that you're playing an 0-3 team. You are a touchdown plus worse than them. That's saying something. I'm going Texans.
I mean, yeah, and from my bet, Texans -7.
Of course.
I'm going Texans as well. I know, hopefully we get a decent game from this offense, but that defense, I know what that defense can do. That defense is going to fly around. It's going to make it – Cam Ward going to have it tough.
Yeah, famous last words. I think this could be a historic week for favorites. I think you're going to see a ton of favorites just cover. So that'll be fun. We have another one I think is going to cover here. Patriots, Panthers. I'm going Patriots. At home.
Same.
Yeah. Giants, Chargers. Sorry, Jackson Dart. I'm going Chargers.
I've been rooting for Jackson Dart, but it's the Chargers, obviously.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's go Eagles Bucks. This is such a good game. I'm so excited about this game.
This is the one I haven't. This is one of the ones I haven't written down. I am back and forth with this one.
I'm thinking about changing my pick.
If the Bucks were healthy, or way more like had Mike Evans, Chris, if they had their like whole dude Tristan Wirfs back, I'd pick the Bucks in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's tough.
They match up well.
I can make my pick if you want to.
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'm shocked.
I'm going to thread the needle a little bit here.
Okay.
I'm taking Bucks plus 3.5, but I will take the Eagles to win.
Taking the Eagles?
Yeah.
I'll take the Bucks.
All right, bet. I like that. I like that split. Okay, cool. All right, we got a big. This is another one. And I'm glad this one's at 3:00 so I can watch it, kind of separately. I mean, we have the Bengals or the Ravens Chiefs as well, but Colts traveling cross country to play the Tennessee. Wow, I'm all over the map. I'm sorry. Colts playing the Rams. We'll just say that. Who you got here? Do it, Christian. Be confident. Be confident. Drink that Kool-Aid.
I can't. But what if they win?
What if they win? Dude, again, if they win, I was thinking about this. I didn't get a chance to talk about this while we're here really quick. So, we talk about how, a lot of teams with bad quarterbacks, they start out really well, and then they fall apart, and we're like, oh, right, yeah, that's... If the Colts win this game, you know who they are? Oh. They're the Vikings last year. They're the Vikings.
14-3.
This team that just is awesome, dominant defensively, and they have a quarterback with an offensive-minded head coach who is just having the career year of his life, a comeback season to remember. They're the Colts, or they're the Vikings, if they beat the Rams here, or at least look good. Granted, the Vikings.
I'll go
all right, bet. Granted, the Vikings did lose to the Rams twice last year, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to go Rams.
Yeah, I think that's a better pick. That's the smarter pick.
It's really only because they're at home. Just Colts traveling cross country, that's tough. Back-to-back road games is tough.
Yeah.
But I'll pick the Rams. All right, 49ers hosting the Jaguars. I'm going 49ers here. I really want to have faith in the Jaguars, but I have lost almost all of it.
I should, because this is my they're my 7th seed. Yeah, they're around my 7th seed. This year
I need them to win because I have them winning the division.
Yeah, I didn't go that far.
Yeah, I did go that far.
I mean,
they're 2-1.
Yeah, sure.
They're 2-1.
Yeah,
they're right there.
Yeah, the Colts. Have they
still got to play the Colts? No, they got to play the Colts twice. So it's all still there.
It's still in play. It's not over yet. Nah, I can't do it. 49ers.
Yeah, I'm going 49ers. All right, big game, the game of the week, the Chiefs and the Ravens. I'm going Chiefs. Going Chiefs, lock it in.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, I'm rooting for Lamar. I mean, I think, like I said at the top, I think they need this win more than the Chiefs, obviously. I mean, but starting 1-3 for either of these teams does suck. And you got to, dig your way out of that hole. Again, I'm not panicking. Unless either of these teams blow these teams out, and I don't see that scenario with the Chiefs. I don't remember the last time they blew a team out. But if the Ravens blow the Chiefs out, man, I'd be really concerned. And they dropping down to 1-3, but I'm going Chiefs as well. They're at home. They beat this team pretty regularly. It's been a few years since it's last happened, but rooting for a good game, rooting for Lamar. I mean, that 1-4 record is tough. You hate to see that, but yeah, I'm still going Chiefs though.
All right, bet. Let's go. Bears traveling to the Raiders. I am gonna go Raiders.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna ride the ship again, and I'm gonna ride the Bears here.
Da Bears.
I, I like what they did, Pete Carroll and all of them, but I'm not a fan of.
I
What's
like
going
some of
on
the
in
Pete
the
Carroll
Bears.
songs.
I like some.
All right, let's go Sunday night. Oh, dude,
This is a Sunday night game.
this is the Sunday night game.
Oh,
Is there ever been a Sunday night game where we knew it was going to be so lopsided, yet we were still so excited about it? Because I am pumped for this game.
it's still only 7 points. They're still saying like
points. That's a lot of in a spread. Saying that you're going to win by that is a lot of points in a spread.
Okay.
That's a lot. I will. I'm going Packers. I mean, I'm not going to be silly and take the Cowboys, but the path for the Cowboys to win this is for Jordan Love to not play well and for their front seven to actually get pressure on a banged up Packers offensive line. But this Packers defense is so good. And I think they're going to give so much problems to the Cowboys offense. Micah Parsons, 2 sacks.
Oh, okay. We got a prediction here. I am also going Packers. Ooh, Tyler Booker, doubtful. Damn, CD Lamb, we already knew he was going to be out. Questionable. Bridges, questionable. Deron Bland could be back. He's questionable. But yeah, I think Packers should get a get right game here. We all know how bad the Dallas defense has been. They went into Dallas 2 years ago. Yeah, because they didn't make it last year. No, they did make it, but they lost first round. So 2 years ago, came here and beat this team pretty handedly. Now, I know they're banged up on the offensive line and stuff, but they should still be able to run the ball, and defense should get some pressure on Dak. And without CD, man, I like Pickens is okay. Turpin, I like, but yeah, Pickens, Turpin, and who's your other receiver?
Jalen Tolbert.
We
got Jake Ferguson.
I'm not scared of those guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but it's okay. Mike is gonna have a little coming home, and it'll be fun. All right, here we go. Let's get to our Monday night doubleheader. Must-watch TV here.
Yeah.
The 0-3 Jets and the 0-3 Dolphins.
Hank Bowl.
I'm going Dolphins.
Oh, you're going Dolphins.
I am going Dolphins.
I am curious if we lose this game. If Mike, I know I said this last week. If we lost to the
honestly, it may be a relevant question every week.
Every week,
unless they are they're just with a winning record, the Dolphins being 3 games below 500. If you lose to the Jets, it's over. Even if you win next week and then you lose the game after in bad fashion, it's like, hey, now you're 1-4. I think this is going to be a relevant question for the whole season.
I believe are the Jets. I know the Dolphins are busting out their rivalry jerseys, their black jerseys.
I figured that. Yeah, I figured that was the whole point of them. Is we're going to see both teams wearing. That's what my guess would be. It'd be weird.
Okay. Well,
they didn't.
We both would be wearing dark jerseys because ours is black.
I
think theirs is
maybe it's only a home team thing.
Maybe. I know you're supposed to wear it against your division rival.
That's a good question. I don't know, honestly.
I would imagine the Jets should be wearing white, and they'll wear it, and maybe they play the Bills or something. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna get our debut of our black jerseys. I like those. I do like them. So I'm excited to see that. I'm tired of I don't like the teal ones. Our white ones are not too bad. So yeah, good for them.
Do it.
Yeah, I'll pick the Dolphins, sure.
Beautiful. All right. And then our last game, and then we can get out of here. Bengals, Broncos. Obviously, I'm taking Broncos. This is it. The run starts now.
Have I?
5 straight.
I don't know if I've picked the Broncos this year, but I think I'm going to start here.
I'm convincing him.
5 interceptions in his two games that he's played. You got to at least get one. You got to get at least an interception. So
Jahdae Barron pick 6. Calling it. Jahdae Barron pick 6. Rookie pick 6 right there. Call it right there. Put it in. Put it in. All right. That's it, everybody. We're going to get out of here. We love you. We cherish you. Take it easy. Take it sleazy. Like, subscribe, give us a comment, rate us, share us. Every little bit helps. We'll catch you on Monday morning to recap all the exciting action. I'm sure, as always, it'll be a crazy week. So until next time, friends, take it easy. Bye.